please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Coming up, a look into some of the dedicated members of the Mepham faculty and how they have the same job but completely different responsibilities.
The annual Mepham tradition of Mr. Mepham, the male beauty pageant that brings our community together.
Next, local stories from in and around the community.
Last but not least, a look into upcoming Mepham sports and this weekend's weather report. Thank you for joining us here at BMB. Today is Friday, February 28th, day 3. I'm Kyle McClellan.
And I'm Luke Yapez.
And the BMB Morning Announcements start now.
At BMB, we navigate the seas of stories and treasure the ones that matter most.
We have your week in Mepham sports.
Join us as we take you into the heart of the community where stories unfold and voices unite.
We are BMB.
We are BMB.
These are the BMB Morning Announcements.
Good morning, Mepham. Kyle, I cannot believe it is already Friday. Everyone here at BMB has been waiting all week for this day.
Luke, all week, more like all year.
You're right, Kyle. The anticipation has grown ever since our last trip to SCN. Even though the contest is in Tampa instead of Long Beach this year, it still brings continuous hard work throughout the event.
STN's annual contest is one we all appreciate, but let's move on to some great stories from around the community. First, let's start with the new addition to our faculty, being Mr. Acesti. Mr. Acesti was the assistant principal at Merrick Avenue Middle School and is now taking Mr. Safina's previous position after he has moved to the central office.
We are so happy to have such amazing assistant principals around our school. But even though they obtain the same title, they differ in their responsibilities around the school. Here's reporter Emma Santiago for more.
From discipline to academics, our assistant principals do it all. Their roles may differ, but teamwork keeps the school running as they navigate everything from school life to academics.
And sometimes I think, one assistant principal's day may look very different than another assistant principal's, and that's why I think the teamwork and collaboration really comes in handy when that is the case.
Even with their unique roles, collaboration is key to making the best decisions for students.
Because we're a team, we may not always know the answer to every situation or every question, and we consult with one another and, to make sure that we're always making the best decisions in the interests of the kids.
That teamwork is what allows them to support both students and each other.
We're constantly talking about kids and figuring out how to do what's best for them and picking each other's brains about how to handle a situation and, working together as a team.
No matter the challenge, our assistant principals are committed to keeping our school smooth and running. For BMB, I'm Emma Santiago.
Thanks, Emma. Mr. Acesti joins Mr. Del Rosario and Mr. Lilio as an assistant principal here at Mepham, where they work together to carry out multiple jobs to make sure our school runs properly.
Luke, you know what important job the assistant principals also have in the school?
I don't know, Kyle. They have a lot of responsibilities in the school.
You're forgetting that they are judges for the Mr. Mepham pageant. Mr. Mepham is an exciting tradition that has occurred at Mepham for multiple years now.
Here's Mya Passanisi for more. Thanks, Mya. Mr. Mepham has been a staple in the Mepham community for years now, and one of the events that I truly look forward to.
Yeah, Luke, you would have been a great contestant. You could have even won if you competed.
You didn't hear? I got banned. They knew I would have swept the competition. That's why they never let me do it. But at least they let me host.
Yeah, Okay, Luke. Let's just move on to some world news.
Today marks the end of Black History Month, a month that celebrates the accomplishments of African Americans such as civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., abolitionist Harriet Tubman, and former President Barack Obama, among others, and the contributions of African Americans to the story of America. Tomorrow we'll start Women's History Month, where we will similarly highlight the often overlooked role that women have played in the making of America.
First period is going to just get a little bit tougher in the spring, as coffee prices have hit a 50-year high. Economists cite that the impact of climate change on this year's crops as the main cause of the increase.
As February comes to an end, the beginning of new sports and weather are just getting ready to begin. Let's send it over to BMB's Jake for more inside of Mepham sports.
With the winter season finally coming to its last halt, it almost seems like there's not much to talk about. Well, I said almost. First, to the ice, where yesterday the district-wide Bulldogs were sent off to states. Today, the boys take on their doubleheader day, starting with the Long Island native St. Anthony's in the first-round matchup. Next, back out onto the turf, where football season seems to never sleep. Dozens of college athletes from schools all over the country gear up to put their best foot forward in front of all 32 teams. As a Giants fan, there's a lot to look forward to, and who knows, maybe we'll repeat next year's class. Well, it looks like this is a goodbye for now. Until we meet again, I'll see you in Tampa.
Thanks, Jake. And you know, I heard Tampa's a huge sports town. What should we be on the lookout for?
With all the Florida teams in the area, there's almost always something to watch. And even the athletics at the University of Tampa have been extremely active.
Tampa's cool and all, but I wish we were going to Miami so I could catch a Heat game, but I guess we can't all get what we wish for.
All this talk about Florida has me wishing it was hotter here in New York. Thankfully, Luke, there's still snow on the ground and cold temperatures, perfect for skiing. Here's meteorologist Melanie Arcos with this weekend's weather forecast.
Thanks, guys. So glad it's finally starting to warm up a little bit here at home. Still, I am so excited for Florida weather at STN, even if it's still technically winter. I think I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. We still have to see our weekend forecast. Today, we expect a high of 48 degrees and a low of 43. Tomorrow, though, the sun manages to peak out a little bit with a high of 52 degrees and a low of 27. Then, as for Sunday, we expect a bright sunny day with a high of 35 and a low of 30. Of course, the weekend that I won't be in New York State is the nicest we've had it in a minute. But I can't complain, of course, with the sunnies of 70 waiting for me in Tampa.
I agree. Hopefully the nice weather can follow us back to New York when we return from Tampa.
It's going to be really nice getting away from the cold weather, even if it's just for a few days.
Well, these have been the BMB Morning Announcements for Friday, February 28th. Have a great day, Mepham.
I can't wait to get a solid tan in Mepham.
Kyle, you're so pale you get sunburned inside.
Why did you put that in the script?
I think he's gonna get tan,
Why
huh?
is it
This
in
guy's
the
not gonna
script?
get tan.
I hate this guy so much. He's not my friend. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.